Hello everyone, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. We're talking about my favorite topic today. Actually, one of my favorite topics. I actually have a few. But today it's all about Disney, specifically Disney dine-in. We have not eaten at every single Disney World Resort restaurant, but we have dined at most of them. So I'm going to talk to you about my favorites and my not so favorites. We won't cover character dine-in because, believe it or not, I've never actually done character dine-in. And all the times I've been there, I've never done it. But I will be doing it in a few weeks for the first time. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to have dinner with Winnie the Pooh. And Eeyore. So we'll be discussing restaurants at Disney Springs, the resorts, and the theme parks. We're going to start at Disney Springs. If I discussed Disney Springs, the resorts, and all of the theme parks in one video, well, this would be a really long video because there are a lot of restaurants to cover. There's a lot to cover. So we'll just talk about Disney Springs today. And there is a ton of food available at Disney Springs, everywhere you look. There's Mexican, Italian, sweets, burgers, pizza, comfort food, sandwiches, kid-friendly, barbecue, Asian. But first, a little history. Disney Springs started as a tiny little shopping area called Lake Buena Vista Shopping Village. It opened on March 22nd, 1975. I went there a few times with my family when I was little, and I remember I bought a little set of markers in a little plastic container and an autograph book, and I can still picture them. And I think I bought a stuffed animal too. It seems like I would have done that. In 1977, the name changed to Walt Disney World Village. Over the years, it expanded and became Disney Village Marketplace in 1989, which is also when Pleasure Island, a nighttime entertainment district, opened. And it opened to compete with the nearby Church Street station. And Pleasure Island was kind of in the middle of the marketplace. And we had a lot of fun there. Even my mom danced at the nightclubs with me, which was surprising, but it was awesome. In 1997, the marketplace name changed to Downtown Disney. 10 years later, Pleasure Island closed, and in 2015, the name was changed to Disney Springs. And I will say, this is my favorite version of the area. Disney Springs is beautiful. Not only are there great Disney-themed stores where you can get some merchandise sold in the parks without actually having to go to the parks, like ears, plushies, apparel, toys, autograph books, postcards, keychains, magnets, etc. There's also other shopping like Sephora, Anthropologie, Free People, M&M's, The World of Cook, Lilly Pulitzer, Legos, and Zara. You can also check out Cirque du Soleil, take in a movie, ride a tethered hot air balloon, go bowling, buy a lightsaber, go for a ride in an amphicar, which is an amphibious automobile. It's really cool. Your skipper will drive it right into the lake. And there's usually live entertainment going on somewhere. It's hopping. There's a walkway to Disney's Saratoga Springs. You can take a complimentary boat ride to Disney's Port Orleans Resort. Disney Old Key West Resort is also just a boat ride away. I won't be talking about dining at those three resorts in this video. I'm going to save those for when I cover all of the resorts and all of that dining at the resorts. But it's nice that those three resorts are close to the springs. Of course, you can take bus transportation to any resort on property from Disney Springs, but depending on the crowds and where you're going, it can be a long bus ride. But it gives your feet a nice break, as long as you can get a seat on the bus. Sometimes it's stand-in bus only. Disney Springs is divided into 4 areas: Marketplace, the Landon, Town Center, and West Side. And as of the date of this recording, parking is free. Now, let's talk about the food. So my favorite place to eat is a kiosk, and it's so simple, and that is the Daily Poutine. It's my favorite place there. It's located at the town center of the Springs, and my favorite thing to get is Canadian poutine. It's just thick cut fries with cheese curds and gravy. It is so good. It's simple and delicious, and it's just basic, but I just love it. They have a variety of other toppings. They have Italian poutine with turkey bolognese sauce, pecorino romano, and mozzarella. They have buffalo chicken poutine with chicken tossed in a buffalo sauce, ranch, and blue cheese. And then they have the Korean barbecue with Asian barbecue pork, kimchi, and sriracha aioli. But my favorite is just the classic. It's what I get every time. I love it. They also offer a few cocktails, sodas, and water. The Boathouse, great food. Waterfront dining, dreamboats located at the Landon section of Disney Springs is so good. It's a beautiful restaurant. The wedge salad is so simple but so good. It's iceberg lettuce, grape tomatoes, red onions, bacon, and blue cheese dressing. That's it. It doesn't sound like much, but I love it. It is so good. And you can also add steak, chicken, shrimp, or salmon to any salad for an upcharge. The lobster bisque is really good, not overly fishy tasting, which I find lobster bisque at other places sometimes is. And also it's not overly sweet, which is also a problem I've had with other lobster bisque at other restaurants. The grilled mahi tacos they're quite good. I would recommend those if you like fish tacos, but just a tad bit too spicy for me. But I am a wuss when it comes to heat and food. For our sides, the truffle fries with lemon aioli were pretty good, but the grilled asparagus with hollandaise was my favorite side. Next, I love Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. Located at the Landon of Disney Springs, Chef Art Smith is a James Beard award-winning chef. He used to be Oprah Winfrey's personal chef for like 10 years. He's a very famous chef and has several restaurants across the United States. In addition to Homecoming, there's Reunion, the Sunshine Diner, Blue Door, Art Bird, Art and Soul, and Southern Art. But we're only talking about Homecoming in this video. Let's start with the biscuits. I am not usually a biscuit fan. I find them too dry, but the biscuits at Homecoming are wonderful. They're cheesy and gooey and yummy, not gooey. Church Lady deviled eggs are so good. Normally I think deviled eggs at a restaurant are weird, like what a weird thing to get at a restaurant. But I don't know why, but these deviled eggs are really tasty and they are super stuffed. They're not small at all. You're not getting half an egg. You're getting a lot more, and they are topped with bacon. The fried green tomatoes come with shaved ham, and they are delicious as well. The breading is nice and light, and they're fried crisp, and then the green tomatoes have a nice little tang to them. Also, the Jasper board it's excellent flavor-wise, but it is pricey at $28. It's like a charcuterie plate with shaved honey ham, smoked sausage, country ham, pimento cheese, chicken salad, tomato bacon jam, which is so good, pickles, candied pecans, crostini, and house-made crackers. But it is to share, and I don't find it's big enough to share. The fried pickles didn't do it for me, but it's pickle spears, and I really prefer pickled chips for my fried pickles. But if you like spears, go for it. Because there's nothing wrong with the flavor, it's just the presentation I didn't like. For sandwiches, the Cuban is pretty hard to beat. House-smoked pork, shaved ham, house-made pickles, yellow mustard, Swiss cheese, and Cuban bread. It's a pretty simple sandwich, but it is really good. And in Florida, if it's your first time visiting Florida, you have to try a Cuban. If you like fried chicken, Art's famous fried chicken, brined for 24 hours and served with mashed potatoes and a cheddar biscuit, it's pretty yummy. It's some pretty good chicken. It's some of the best fried chicken I've ever had. And we are usually too full to get a dessert, but I knew I would eventually be making this video and had to try a dessert somewhere. So someone might want to know about the hummingbird cake. It's very good. It's pineapple banana cake with cream cheese frosting, and it's served with ice cream. It's a solid dessert. It's not my favorite, but that's not saying it's not good. I'm not big on sweets for the most part, but it is very good though. Morimoto Asia, located just across from Chef Art Smith's Homecoming, is also very good. Owned by Iron Chef Masaharu Morimoto, he started off as a baseball catcher but had a career-ending shoulder injury, so he started studying the culinary arts, starting with sushi in Hiroshima. Now he has restaurants all over the world. Morimoto Asia, it's a beautiful restaurant when you walk in. It's just beautiful. And very clean lines. It's just very nice. I love it. I love their mushroom fries, but the last time I checked, that was not on the menu, so that's kind of a bummer. And this is terrible because you know I adore ducks as pets, but their Peking duck is delicious. It's a whole roasted duck, carved up and served with tortillas, apricot sweet chili, hoisin miso, scallion, cucumber, white or brown rice, and it's for 2 people. As with most duck dishes, there is a touch of gaminess, but I think it's delicious. I just love it. I would have rather had lettuce instead of flour tortillas. It was not an option when I went, but currently it is an option. The orange chicken is also a solid option, as well as tandoori angry chicken. I think both dishes are a little too spicy, but they are good. They do have Japanese A5 Wagyu beef. It's currently $34 per ounce with a 3-ounce minimum, but it's so good. Unbelievably tender. It is a huge splurge. So if you get it, eat it slow and enjoy every single bite. It is a splurge. The Buribop is really tasty. It's a yellowtail rice ball served in a clay pot, and it's prepared tableside. The rice against the clay pot gets this nice crispiness to it. It's really good. The tonkatsu ramen is delicious with pork bone broth, pork belly, mushroom, pickled ginger, scallion, and egg. Now, if you want to have some duck but don't feel like getting a whole duck like the Peking duck, to share, you can try their duck ramen. It's similar to the tonkatsu ramen, but with duck instead of pork. If you couldn't get, I got an itch. If you couldn't get a reservation or couldn't get a table with walk-up, Morimoto Asia street food is just outside of Morimoto Asia, and it's an option where you can get ramen, onigiri, dumpling, barbecue pork bao, taiyaki, and other small bites, but the menu is pretty limited. But you can get a taste of Morimoto. Enzo's Hideaway is also located at the Landman, and it's casual Italian. It's fine. It's nothing to shout about. We had the charcuterie with prosciutto di Parma, salame, picante, finocchione, parmigiano, pecorino, fontina, cured olives, and breadsticks. It was good, but there are better charcuteries at Disney Springs, like Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, which we will talk about. We also had the focaccia della casa, which was focaccia with whipped ricotta, lemon, and olive oil, and it was pretty flavorless, even with the lemon. For my entree, I just had spaghetti. It was perfectly fine, but the meatballs were a little spongy. There really wasn't anything special about it. Now let's talk about Frontera Cucina, located at Town Center, which was highly recommended by friends and fellow YouTubers. We didn't like it. Me and Eric both were very disappointed. Now the queso fundido was wonderful. It was wonderful melted cheese with roasted poblanos and caramelized onions and served with corn tortillas, but I would have preferred chips. That was really good. But at the time Eric and I went, he had pork tacos, which he said were dry and flavorless, and it was just 2 hunks of hard pork, and he had to shred himself. And it was, like I said, very dry, and it wasn't easy to work with. And I had salmon tostadas, which tasted like they were smothered in salt. Super small portions, and I didn't see those items on the current menu, so maybe we were just really unlucky. Deluxe Burger, located at Town Center, was sadly disappointing, which for a burger place, come on, burgers are easy. It isn't terrible, but for the price point, I expect something a little more special. Also, it's a la carte, which isn't a big surprise for a Disney restaurant. But again, for that price, like a classic cheeseburger was about $11.50 with nothing, and fries are $7.99. But you can get a half order for a few dollars less, and onion rings are $7.99. They usually have a specialty burger. When I went, they had a beef Wellington burger. It was kind of disappointing. The burger itself had no flavor. The puffed pastry used for the bun just kind of fell apart, and the mushrooms were very bland. Now, their onion rings are actually really good, though. They do have generous gluten, wheat, allergy-free options, if that is a concern for you. And they also have egg, nut, milk, sesame, and soy allergy-friendly options, and generous options. Guy Fieri's Chicken Guy, also located at Town Center, has tenders, sandwiches, mac and cheese, a really nice chopped salad. Chicken Guy is fine. It's not a mind-blowing dine-in experience, although I don't really think it's meant to be, but it is very reasonably priced, and if you have kids that want chicken tenders, it's a good place to go. They have a variety of signature sauces. My favorite is the garlic parmesan. They also have chipotle ranch, buttermilk ranch, buffalo, to name a few. It's definitely great if you have a little tighter dine-in budget, and great for families with kids. If you're looking for small bites, try Jock Lindsay's Hanger Bar, located at the Landon. And make sure you look around while you're there, because there are a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of things to see. It's really fun to look around. Try the Palawan Volcano Temple Dip or the loaded pretzel. The loaded pretzel is so good. Wine Bar George, also located at the Landon, is excellent. The Saganaki on Fire is a delicious cheese. They light on fire. They literally light it on fire and put it out with freshly squeezed lemon juice. It's one of the more unique items I've tried at Disney Springs. And cheese. I love cheese. Now, I have heard great things about the crispy mac and cheese bites, although I've never had them myself, but everybody seems to love them. Wine Bar George also has a great charcuterie. Give it a try. And if you want to go bigger, they have the big board for around $64. Wine Bar George also has a quick service kiosk outside called The Basket at Wine Bar George. They have bites like house-made hummus, a cheese and meat box, similar to charcuterie, seasonal hand pies, and other snackables. You can also get beer, wine, cocktails, and mocktails at this kiosk. For a unique sweet treat that's Instagrammable, Marketplace Snacks, located in the Marketplace, of course, has beautiful waffle sundaes, but in my opinion, they are huge, so be warned. The mini sweet strawberry waffle sundae it's very sweet, but it's pretty good. It's probably my favorite thing. Salt and Straw is located on the west side. It's a good place if you want ice cream, because it's an ice cream shop. They have classic flavors and usually a few very unusual flavors. Currently, they have cinnamon and honey fried chicken ice cream. That doesn't sound good. Smoked mac and cheese ice cream, which sounds really gross. It's a pasta infused ice cream with swirls of smoked cheesecake and clusters of brown butter, breadcrumbs. So yeah, personally, I stick to the honey lavender, which is very nice. Gideon's Bakehouse, located right around the corner from Morimoto Asia, in my opinion, is the best place to get a sweet treat, just because the decor is so interesting and so cool. The artwork is incredible. I can't really eat anything there because I would get deathly ill, but I always try to grab a little something for Eric and Marshall. My sister loved it too. They like the original chocolate chip and the peanut butter crunch. They usually have a couple monthly limited edition flavors too. They also have cake slices, which we've never had, but friends have said that they are quite yummy. You can also get coffee, milk, soda, and water there. Oh, and as you are waiting in the usually long line, because they are so popular, you will be handed a menu with artist Mr. I's artwork on it, and that changes every month, so collect them if you can. Amorette's Patisserie at Town Center is a lovely, lovely pastry shop. They have the cutest stuff. You almost won't want to eat it, but you will, because, you know, what else are you going to do with it? Amorette's Rose it's a chocolate biscuit with dark chocolate mousse and raspberry sauce. It's so pretty, and it's a nice little sweet treat, but it's so pretty. The Mickey Mouse chocolate chiffon cake with white and dark chocolate mousse is really cute, but flavor-wise, I didn't love it. It was pretty boring in the taste department, but it was cute. Like, it looked good. Instagrammable. You can also get whole cakes there. The Orange Bird Dome Cake, Mickey Mouse Petite Cake, Minnie Mouse Petite Cake, Strawberry Boba Milk Tea Petite Cake, and Amorette's Petite Cake. They also have a few sandwiches on the menu if you want something savory. They also have wine slushes if you're a wine drinker. You can also have an Amorette's Patisserie cake decorating experience for about $200. One reservation is for up to 2 people, and it is a 90-minute cake decorating class, and you will get some beverages included, and you get to take your cake that you decorate home with you. And for $50 more, you can add a second cake, but you have to request that at least 48 hours in advance. So at least 48 hours before your reservation. The cake will either be a Mickey or a Minnie Mouse dome cake, depending on what day of the week you book. And reservations are required. There are a ton more places at Disney Springs. I can talk about all of them nonstop. The Polite Pig, Earl of Sandwich, Summer House on the Lake, Cooks of Dublin, Raglan Road, but I just focused on my favorites and least favorites to give a jumping off point. In future videos, I will discuss dining at the theme parks as well as the resorts. There are tons of great places to eat at Disney World, and some not so great places, especially at the Magic Kingdom. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't make you too hungry or make you not hungry at all. That would be really bad. And I really want some classic poutine or a charcuterie board right now, but I just have to wait a couple more weeks, and I will be there. Again, thank you for visiting. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to all of you soon. Bye.